it's important that I just put myself 100%, apply myself, and represent, the young black male, whatever I do. More importantly, that than, let's get something real meaty, real political.
This is the story of Tupac, from pain to immortality. He was more than a rapper. He was a poet, a revolutionary, a mirror of a generation drowning in pain. Born into struggle, raised by revolution, shaped by chaos. Tupac didn't enter the world quietly. He was born in 1971, while his mother, Afeni Shakur, was fighting for her freedom during the Panther 21 trial. Before he could even walk, he was surrounded by revolution, danger, and survival. He grew up hearing about injustice before he even understood the word. Afeni was strong, but the world around her was unstable. Sometimes the light stayed on, sometimes they didn't. Sometimes there was food on the table, sometimes there wasn't. But even with all the chaos around him, Tupac carried something powerful inside. A mind full of imagination, and a heart overflowing with emotion. When he was a teenager, everything changed. His family moved again, this time to Baltimore. And Baltimore was where Tupac found his voice. He discovered poetry. He discovered acting. He discovered the stage. And for the first time in his life, he felt seen. At the Baltimore School of the Arts, he studied theater, ballet, and spoken word. He wrote constantly, pouring his pain into notebooks that would later become the foundation of his music. This wasn't just talent, it was transformation. The streets shaped him, his mother prepared him, but Baltimore awakened the artist within him. But destiny wasn't finished with him yet. Life moved him again, this time to the West Coast, and the streets were waiting. California wasn't gentle. It was loud, chaotic, dangerous, but it was also full of opportunity. And Tupac was hungry, hungry to speak, hungry to create, hungry to be heard. He found his way into a group called Digital Underground. At first, he was just a dancer, a background kid with big dreams and bigger emotion. But you can't dim a star forever. People saw the fire in him. They heard the pain in his voice. And soon he stepped out of the background and into the spotlight. In 1991, he released Tupacalypse Now, an album that shook America. Raw, honest, fearless. He talked about police brutality, poverty, racism, things most artists were too scared to say. He didn't just rap, he exposed the truth. Politicians attacked him. Reporters criticized him. The government wanted him silenced. But the streets felt seen for the first time. But fame didn't save him. It didn't protect him. It didn't heal anything. If anything, it made everything louder. As the spotlight grew, so did the chaos around him. Lawsuits, fights, betrayals, false accusations. The media painted him as the villain, a threat, a problem, a headline. But they never saw the young man behind the armor. They never saw the anxiety, the trauma, the battles he fought alone. Tupac wasn't a superhero. He was a 20-something kid carrying the weight of his community and the pressure of the world on his shoulders. Everywhere he went, trouble followed or was created for him. Friends became enemies. Enemies pretended to be friends. People used his name, his kindness, and his fame against him. But even with the world collapsing around him, he never stopped writing. He never stopped creating. He never stopped speaking the truth that everybody else tried to bury. His pain became his power, and his music became his escape. September 7th, 1996, Las Vegas. A night that began with energy, with laughter, with celebration. Tupac rode through the Vegas Strip with music loud, wind in his face, and people cheering his name. He looked alive, more alive than he had in months. But destiny was already waiting for him on the other side of the night. After a boxing match at the MGM Grand, a fight broke out. Chaos erupted. Voices yelling, bodies moving, a spark of violence that would change everything. Tupac got into a black BMW, Suge Knight behind the wheel. They drove through the neon lights, red, blue, orange, glowing across the desert air. He laughed, he danced, he talked to fans at stoplights. He lived loudly, the only way he knew how. And then, in an instant, the night shattered. A white Cadillac pulled up beside their car. 4 gunshots, then more, a sound that echoed through the desert and through history. The car went silent, the street went silent. And the world held its breath. Tupac was hit 4 times. Suge Knight tried to drive him to safety, but the lights, the sirens, the chaos, it was too much. He was rushed to the hospital. fighting for every breath, every heartbeat, every second. 6 days later, the world lost him. Only 25 years old. A young man with a fire most people never see in a lifetime. A voice that millions depended on. A soul that left too soon.
Tupac may have left this world, but his voice never did. His words still breathe in every street, every struggle, every young artist searching for truth. He turned pain into poetry, chaos into courage, a lifetime into a legacy that still echoes today. Tupac Amaru Shakur, a man gone too soon, but a legend who never left. Because real legends don't die, they live forever in the hearts of the people who needed them the most.